Hey guys, so a user a very long time ago asked me what is the best way to be cheap to play, and that question I've been pondering it for a very long time, and I think I'm finally ready to answer that question because it's so many layers to that question. But let's do it, guys. First of all, let's keep our terms clear. Like free to play, to me, free to play, you don't pay a cent to the game. Then there's cheap to play. I mean, cheap to play has like different types. Like there's cheap to play, which those like pay like very little. And then you have cheap to play that spends a little bit more than you would usually do. I'm sure that there's other names for it, but I consider it that way. Then after you pass that level of cheap to play, that would be dolphins. Dolphins are not whales. They're like people that spend a good amount of money in the game, but it's not like really high end. And if I could say, and then we go to whales. I'm a whale, so yeah, I spend a good amount of money in the game. In that situation, I'm gonna show you what I mean a little bit later. And then there's a level higher than whales, which are I call them killer whales. Killer whales, they spend on a level that a normal person will not even imagine to spend, like this, for example. Yeah, that amount of spending, that is another level. Those type of finances are not normal. But yeah, those are killer whales for sure. So, before we actually talk about the best way to be cheap to play, we have to make sure to choose the best payment method to be able to do that. And I was able to find a website that is created by Antia, by the way, that you can actually buy these little Antia coins. The website was designed for players that have problems making payments with Google Play and Apple and things like that for any reason. Because there are some cards that Google Play doesn't accept, or bank accounts and things like that. So that page is designed for them. However, the players that actually use this website, they say that it's a lot more convenient for them to actually make purchases and things like that. So I'm going to leave the link to that website in the description box below, and I'm going to show you how it actually works. So give me 1 second while I switch pages here. So this is the website. This is going to be in Spanish because of the area that I live. But this is here. You're going to put your account ID. There you can usually see it on your below your avatar inside the game. So you choose this button here, and then it's going to give you different coins to actually purchase here. So I'm going to buy the 5 one so I can actually show you. So it pretty much says buy it now. So from these options here, I've only used the card one because every single time I try to use the PayPal one, it doesn't work. So you can ignore that in that situation. Or maybe in your area it does work, but in my area it doesn't work. I don't know. It's never worked for me. So I'm pretty much going to use this one here in that situation. So I'm going to purchase this, and I'm going to go back to the game in a second, guys. Alright guys, so after going to the website, you're going to receive this notification by mail, and this is going to be for the amount that you actually purchase. In this case, it's $5. So this is $5 for these coins here. So after that, you can actually go to anything in the game that is worth like $5 or less there. Like this for 3, it's gonna say it's gonna worth this amount of coins to make the purchase. So it's pretty much $6 in total here. So instead of buying one of these, I'm actually going to buy these ones. So for example, if I've heard a lot of people that've been having problems with the subscription purchase. Perks, and it has it called, that is $3.50. For some reason, some of them have problems with Google and other subscriptions that they have, and so but with this option you can just buy it straight off the bat and you get the 30 days with the coins here that I mentioned. So in this case, I'm just gonna do these ones because in my opinion these are a little bit more bang for your buck here. So I'm gonna do it now. There we go. I make the purchase, and I got 30 days, and there's no, Google or anything. You just made the purchase, and that's it. So for many people, and me specifically, I prefer to do it this way because it's a lot more convenient. It's a lot faster in that situation. Alright guys, so now let's talk about the different levels of spending. So you can be free to play, you can do everything in the game, things like that. However, you're going to feel that you're going to be very limited with the things you're doing without buying these subscription. So once you actually buy this subscription for $3.5, after that, yeah, you're no longer free to play. As I said before, you're cheap to play. But between all this is probably the best thing you can actually buy. If you're planning to buy anything in the game at all, it's just this one. This is the one that actually gives the most out of the game, because first of all, you get building upgrades by 20%, Deadly Titans, an additional one. So now that we actually have Titans, in this case, we get all these mats. Before, this mat specifically was only you needed to actually buy it specifically to actually get it. Now you can actually get it by doing dailies. So getting an additional one for these every single day, and for just $3.5, that's by far the biggest bang for your buck in the entire game. No questions asked. That's the best way that you can actually play as cheap to play in the game for sure. You can get these and all these different other mats. You're gonna need these to awaken your heroes, and this as well. In the past, we used to have to spend money to actually save up a lot of tokens with shops and things like that, and you'll pretty much get nothing in the end because you're gonna needing this. Look at this. I have 11,000 because I have so many thanks to these, and of course potions and gold. That is really important as well in that situation. And the arena. Remember that an extra shot in arena is when I say extra shot, I'm talking about these things. Each one of these are worth 50 gems here. So yeah, that subscription will give you so many things in the game, guys, for sure. So that's if anything, if you're thinking about spending anything in this game, I highly recommend just buying this. This is my only thing that I think that you definitely need to actually buy in the game. If you're gonna be cheap to play, if you're gonna be free to play, ignore this. Just do your thing. Because the good thing is that since a few updates before, you can actually buy a bunch of things in the shop. Now you can actually buy these. I tend to buy these because I am a whale and I really need to get those badges as soon as possible. But if you're cheap to play, you can ignore this one in this situation. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the other shops in a second. So as I said, this is by far the most requirement that you actually need to actually be cheap to play. And this subscription is not just for this account, for example, because if you have server alts, because these, yes, see, it's actually, you actually do this, switch server, you can actually, every single one of these, if you want to play in another world, another server, you can create one of these. And in any server you want there, you can choose the world, the continent, but every single one of these are going to get that subscription as well. So 3.5, it's going to have every single one of these server alts that you're going to have here, and they're going to have that subscription. So if you want to play in World 23, you can do it, and you can have that subscription as well active. So that's by far that's probably the only thing that you're going to spend money in the game. You're going to have it. It's so many benefits in so many different ways here. So going beyond this, for sure, guys, let's see. You can definitely think about making the actual gym passes. I've seen a lot of people like ignoring these. Like some people like ignore this one, or they ignore this one. In my opinion, you don't need to buy these specifically because you can actually get gems from Arena, gems from other places. The only reason why you would want to actually buy these subscriptions is to actually be able to get more of these energy potions and these tokens to actually get additional energy potions or extra stuff that you can actually buy in the game like this. Well, this is more bling bling than more than anything. But the main thing is to actually buy even more potions, and these potions you're going to use it on the events, and that's for the events that you actually actually get the souls for different heroes, like this one and the other one, but these are the old ones. It's pretty much the same idea, because you're going to need potions for the event that you actually use for these. And you know, you have to actually have a bunch of these to be able to get the small tokens, and you're gonna get a bunch. Let me show you. You're probably gonna put all the numbers here, and then you're gonna choose to use it and things like that, and so that situation. So I probably prefer to do it to get potions here, and I'm gonna do that right now. And you're gonna, and once you actually do all these things on the event, you're going to get enough tickets to be able to unlock the souls, and then you have to actually buy the $10 one to actually get the souls. So that's another level, because if you want to be cheap to play and to be able to awaken heroes that you have available there, you can actually do it this way as well. That's definitely a big advantage that you have as cheap to play, because if you buy the passes and also you buy the actual events, you'll be able to awaken heroes without summoning them. And summoning heroes, that is by far the most expensive part of the game. And for summoning, the cheapest way that you can actually, if you're going to be a cheap to play player or / dolphin, the best way to actually get actual summon chances and try to awaken a hero by summons is doing this offer here. When you actually make this purchase, it's gonna be, if you do 10 of these, more so, like that would be like 70. It's gonna give you the same amount of summons as the one for $100, which is wait a minute, it's the one here at the bottom, this one over here. So if you're going that route of trying to +5 in a hero, or wanting to save and purchasing every single time to actually get a hero to +5, this is probably your best bet. Because making purchases with 150 I don't recommend it. Let's talk about that as well a little bit later. So in my recommendations, the best way to be cheap to play in this situation is getting the subscription. This is the building block for you for sure. This specifically. If you're feeling that you want to have awakenings for heroes, I recommend getting the gem passes, one of the two or both, because this way you'll be able to get these every single day. This is very valuable for you to actually move along in events in that situation. The dice event, you don't really need these, so that's an option that you have. If you want to ignore completely the event for the actual energy potions, you can ignore that one and just focus on dice event, and you don't need to buy these. However, in dice event you will be having to pay also the $10 to actually get the awakening from the past there. So that's another option you can go through. So cheap to play for sure, subscription if you want to awaken these. More than that, going over what I already explained, I don't recommend it, because at that point you're reaching a dolphin whale level. So yeah. So in that situation, remember that now that you, as I said before, you can get all the mats for free, so you can ignore different things that they have here, like Dragon Masters. Don't buy any of this. You don't have to buy any of these. You can actually get these from, if you take the route to actually do summons, like I explained, you'll be able to get the tokens on the shop and actually get it here, because this is actually new, and you can actually buy this. Where is it? It's here. But you're gonna need to have enough tokens to do that, so that's gonna require summons. So yeah, if you take the summons route, that's definitely an option. However, all these you don't need to buy them. If you want, you just straight up ignore them. All of them, you can ignore them. Runes, you can ignore them as well. If you're patient enough to do Tower of Illusion, that is right now active, you can get these without any problems, as long as you finish the whole thing there. Dragon Masters, yeah. Summons, self-explanatory. You don't need to buy these as well, because the thing is that you can get these now for free when you're doing Titans in that situation. So The next thing when you need to talk about is real life versus in-game. So this is probably the most important advice that I can give you. Never, ever, ever put in-game over real life. If you're doing purchase, whatever you decide to do, I recommend you to spend the least amount in this game as possible. However, this is my golden rule when playing. Oh, and in general, do not by any chance buy the 50s. It's painful that I already did it, but I'm gonna explain why I did it in a second. Don't buy the 50s. Do not buy the 100 ones. I also did it. It's terrible. But the thing is that I wanted to see the difference between, because in the past I've always bought the 50s and also the 100s. But then I decided for a certain period of time, like for a few weeks, like a month, to not buy the 100s and 50s. So in that situation, I felt like I had a breath of fresh air. Like I didn't have the stress of spending. I don't have money and things like that. So then I started to spend again to actually try to get Agony to +5, and I got it to +5. But yeah, I'm not happy after spending all this money for sure, guys. So learn from my mistake, guys. Don't buy any situation, any circumstance at all, buy the offers for 100, buy the offers for 50. By any means, do not do it. That is probably my best advice that I can give you when spending in this game, for sure. Because once you cross that line of buying a 50 and above, it's going to be a big problem for you. I can promise you it's going to be a big problem for you. And you may even think you want to leave the game because you're spending so much. As long as you don't spend the 50s and 100s, you're probably going to be okay. However, there's another way to actually look at this. If you're unsure of how much you want to spend in the game, think of it as 10%. If you have $100, and you take 10% from that, that's $10. If you take those $10 and you feel like you can't afford it, if you feel bad by spending those $10, you can't afford it. So don't buy it, guys, at all. Do not buy it. If you have $10 and you only have to spend $1 on the game and you can't buy anything, don't buy anything. Don't buy anything. That's probably another great advice that I can give you, not only in the game, from in life. So if you want to buy something in real life or in game, whatever, if you take 10% and that 10% bothers you, you can't afford it. You can't afford it, guys. So don't do it. So that's the best thing. So as long as you are financially happy with yourself, you won't have problems with anything in life and in games. So yeah, guys, so that's pretty much all the recommendation I can give in that area. I know this is a touchy subject. I know that some people are not going to like it, but I said it. I said what I thought about it. So as usual, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you think I made a mistake on anything, leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.